Good morning and welcome to your favorite Saturday morning TV show. We call this Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan. You can find me on social media with the handle at Mensa Duncan.
I am Eno Safo. You can find me across all social media platforms with the handle Eno_S. As usual, the show live and interactive, so do send us your messages, your comments, your concerns to the WhatsApp number 0204-447-033, 0204-447-033, and we'll read them right here on the show for you. Alternatively, use our social media handles and send us those messages with the hashtag Breakfast Daily Weekend.
Right from our news review segment up until the sports segment, it's a fully packed show just for your Saturday morning relaxation. We'll be looking at, conversations that will spice up your morning, show you ways you can improve your immediate surrounding, and of course, give you informative ideas as to what you can do on a weekend. And I'm referring to our What's Happening segment right here on Breakfast Daily. So, Edo,
yeah,
it's been a good week, a very long week. But
when has it not been?
Yeah,
I feel like this year has been back-to-back events and issues and news items. And
a week ago, we were still mourning. I mean, we are still mourning, but we have the assurances that our departed eight are in a better place. So we give glory to God at every remembrance of them, or we give thanks to God at every remembrance of them. But last week was a very difficult week for the entire country. This week has been a little light. The president went to Japan. Charlie, he go Japan straight. And they say, no, you go charter private jet. Other people say, no, not be true. You go with commercial flights. Charlie, gay last week.
I couldn't believe we were having this conversation again. Barely, a few days after all of this helicopter crash, and we won't politicize traveling issues and aviation and blah, blah, blah.
Politics.
And in 2 seconds,
it's politics.
2 seconds later, literally 2 seconds later, you're coming back to say, only to find out that the president was at church service.
Exactly.
At 7 a.m.
My point is, I don't even mind if you have to play an oversight role, right? But there should be some level of responsibility, and there should be a little more tact, right? And a little more research. It should be more informative, or it should be more information-based, because it was so basic. Everybody saw the president at the Thanksgiving church. But we're told that Charlie, 7 a.m. on now, it was some way. So, the politics is back in full swing. Also in the week, we saw a very heightened call for the arrest of a young man who would go and disturb everybody at Rage Hospital. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association didn't take it lightly at all.
Yeah.
So did the Ghana Medical Association. And of course, the big news came in the week when there was almost a concert at Iyoko.
There was a concert, not almost a concert. There was a concert, but it was with boom boxes and personal radio sets and cassette players and
is it
audio
the biggest?
players.
Would any other artist have had that numbers?
Yes.
Mass up? Which artist?
Yes.
Which artist?
I don't want to mention names so that someone will say I'm expecting them to go to Yoko. But
no. So I'm just saying, like, beyond Yoko, if any other artist was in trouble or called for fans to, Shatta didn't even call for them. That's the point. Black Sheriff.
Yeah.
If he was arrested, people would mass up.
Oh yeah.
That's true. How about Sarkodie?
Mass up. Oh, say then why he can't?
I feel like it's more about your.
The Tema boys might show up for Sarkodie.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that it's more. Sarkodie's fans. It's more about why he's arrested or the reasons behind it. Don't go and if you can't prove your purchase of a vehicle and you bought it on the streets. No, Sarkodie fans won't go and do that because they know they are.
You think they're a bit more Yeah, we understand them. Yeah.
But the other ones, they don't care. They just need a reason to, show up. So it was interesting seeing how Yoko played it out. And for me, if you watch the videos the said musician Shatta Wale made before and after his arrest, you know that to me, baby.
To me, baby.
Yes, there's power somewhere.
Yoko can reform.
Yeah.
Shatta, I don't think I've ever heard him speak so calmly before.
Yeah, he said, "Thank you, Mr. Remo."
Thank you, Mr. He actually added Mr. You remember the first video? Hey.
Yeah. That is the power of, I've always said this, that when you see the full force of the state, right, it will mellow you. I've seen the national security, the police, and some military on an operation before. It's not the place you want to get yourself in. So I could only imagine what he might have seen at Yoko, for which reason he'll come out more refined. As you said reformed, I say refined.
You say refined.
I think it's the same thing. So that was the big stories from the week, right? I don't think we missed any.
Those were the big stories throughout the week. The assault and then
along the line there were cocoa issues and a few politics. Of course, Musa Dankwa released the poll.
Yes.
And it was Charlie, for the first time, see FPP people say, some of them say, it's a correct poll. Some to say, but 52% for Baumia, that's significant. And Charlie, Brian Champo, I thought he was, Brian Chop 1%.
Yeah, in Musa Dankwa's poll.
1%. Kennedy was, I think, 17%.
17%.
And 10% were undecided. And another 9 or so were would not disclose.
Yeah.
So between
I
the
wonder why they won't disclose.
And the undecided, that's still significant. And if anybody taps into them,
so then they should target the undisclosed ones.
And the undecided.
And the undecided.
No, undisclosed, they have a choice, so you can't change it. It's the undecided that.
You never know.
Undisclosed, they have a
choice, but they just don't want to disclose. But the undecided, they are not sure whether they should go to A or B
Kennedy
or C.
People say, the undecided, or they did them aside. But my point, if you have a candidate, they are not proud to associate
yourself with them. Are you really supporting that candidate?
So Musa Dankwa's post got a lot of people talking. I'm sure in the coming week we'll place a lot more emphasis on it as we delve into what the numbers have been saying. But talking about the big stories in the week, Graphic has tried to put a couple of them together in the weekend special edition of the Daily Graphic. Big front page story: colleges of education to become autonomous. That's coming in from the minister responsible for education, Haruna Idrisu. 12.6 million drugs destroyed, cocaine, cannabis, tramadol included. It comes with a photograph of Brigadier General Maxwell Omante, who is the Director General of NACOC, setting the illicit drugs ablaze. And on the back page, police ladies gun for glory in Wafu B Champions League. Yeah, it comes with a photograph of Coach Basigi, who was giving out instructions to one of his players for Police Ladies FC.
And right, I have the Mirror, Ghana's most popular weekend paper. Some of the stories you'll find on the front page. They're shining a light on Dr. Vanessa Aseye Atikwi.
Okay.
I hope I pronounced it properly. She's promoting women's health and empowerment. That story can be found on page 10. The Ward District Court remands a woman for stealing a baby. And then you remember the mother who burnt the son over a missing pen. She has been bonded. That story is on page 3. We'll bring that story a bit later on. At the back page of the Mirror Sports, you'll see CAF Champions League, Wafu B qualifiers, Police Ladies, Basigi Chase, Continental Glory. Then I have The Spectator, your weekend companion. Some of the stories on the front page. Raising Disciples Families Mission of Reverend Dr. Kisiadu's Fruitful Ministry International. Take pride in learning Ga customs. They are not fetish. Naiwul almost says so. Make meal times a family priority. Children learn eating habits from what they see at home. They're still urging you to check your land title registration. On the back page, Spectator Sports, Black Stars, Black Queens, Black Satellites, Black Starlets, to benefit from MTN's $2 million sponsorship deal with GFA.
Let me take you online. CityNewsroom.com is reporting Brian A. Champon campaign dismisses global info analytics poll as psychological operation. And that's Pius Enam Hachide, your friend. Or he's not. Pius, but he's your friend, right? Pius Hachide. Oh, former NYA boss, former deputy sports minister. I haven't met him. Oh, Australia's visa.
I haven't met him. Why are you forcing friendship? I haven't met him.
Maybe you forgot to, but he's a friend. He's a friend.
So me, I don't know who my friends are anymore.
No, but there are plenty. Plenty people want to be your friend. Let me move on. I beg you. You say he's not your friend. Yeah, he's been speaking for Brian Champon's campaign as spokesperson. Assaulted Rich Hospital nurse sues Ralph Williams for 7 million Ghana cedis. I'm not against courier license crackdown. Sam George clarifies, won't be complacent despite positive poll. That's coming in from Baumia's aid. In the Ashanti region, RECSEC to maintain security presence in Asawase and Asawase and other hotspots. It's one of those areas I always get wrong.
The names, huh?
I'm telling you. Yes, and so that's the big story from the Ashanti region.
Okay. Now, do you have more from City?
Finally here, or two more stories here. In Burkina Faso, they are set to begin the Bagri Dam spillage on August 27, and 13 aspirants pick forms for Tamale Central by-election, including Legon lecturer Professor Ali Duseidu Mahama, who teaches political science at the 13.
And I think yesterday I was listening to an interview, and the lady who was answering the questions on that particular, she was saying that, there would be more than 13, but unfortunately they ran out of nomination forms. And so
and it's only day one, so we'll be open for a couple of days, right?
I think it ends Sunday, I believe.
I mean, I listen to people who know Tamale very well. It's a very hot political area, so Tamale South, Tamale Central, Tamale North. If you even look at the personalities who have been MPs in the area or who are MPs in the area, you get the sense that it's a very politically active area.
Right.
So I'm not really surprised 13, including 3 women, and some notable names and other persons who, we are hearing are rumored to be part of it. And I'm like, whoa, because some of them are like big time appointees of government. So I'm like, are you willing to leave
of course.
this role? Charlie, some of the roles are big, and go and be MP. So my mind has been like, what at all is there in Parliament?
We've been saying the same thing, have we not? We've been asking the same question here
to
on
leave
this
some
show.
of the roles rumored, some of the roles we've heard to say you want to be MP.
There must be something there.
I'm telling you,
something that you and I have not seen.
I'll tell you.
You go and run in our various constituencies.
So those are the big stories on CityNewsroom.com.
Okay, I'm on channel1newsonline.com. Channel1newsonline.com. Some of the stories you'll find on our portal. Assault case, Rich Hospital nurse sues Ralph Williams for 7 million Ghana cedis. Avoid rogue websites selling fake WASI questions, WAEC warns. Stakeholder meeting on courier licensing regulations set for September 2. Brian Champon still fastest growing candidate despite poor showing in new poll. That's his aide. Bamia's flag bearer, a dangerous gamble for NPP. Kenneth Japon's aide says so. And in the Ashanti region, they have elected Kofi Edudumfe as the Ashanti Region GJA chair after their rerun. If you come to the trending stories here on channel1newsonline.com, another suspect arrested in immigration officer murder case. Digitalization, cybersecurity must shape future of security training. That's according to Nana Jane Obukwajimai, Professor V. Nursing and midwifery licensing exams postponed to September 4. in the Ashanti region, uncoordinated referrals, weak facilities, driving maternal deaths, Health Directorate. And the story coming in from the Ashanti region, this one in particular, that the maternal deaths are even higher than the national average. Unprecedented. You need to ask people the right questions. In 2025, how are mothers dying from childbirth in 2025? And it's higher than the national average. More trending news. Head porter jailed 2 years for damaging beams on Obechi-Bilamte interchange. Very empire fool. South Sudan's president fires finance minister 7th since 2020. And Lil Nas X arrested and taken to hospital after wandering LA streets in underwear. Shatta Wale released after meeting revised bail conditions.
Eno, you have other headlines for us before we
Yes. Ghana Weekend. Let me quickly do what's on Ghana Weekend. Justin Bieber lookalike caught after performing Sorry at a Las Vegas nightclub.
I saw that story.
Assaulted Ridge Hospital nurse sues Ralph Williams for 7 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Easy releases new single, Casanova. And another suspect arrested in immigration officer's murder case. Richmond and Ebenezer win UGSRC presidential runoff with 63% of votes. You wouldn't happen to know them, would you? Do you?
Not at all.
I owe you a concert, Shatta promises fans after release from Iyoko custody. Jeju. Lamborghini probe, Shatta Wale thanks fans, Iyoko after release. And funeral rites over Santa Hima set for September 14 to 18. Shatta Wale, okay, released. And yes, more stories from when Shatta was in detention and was trying to meet bail. I think we can delve into some of the stories now.
Brian Champon campaign dismisses Global Info Analytics poll as psychological operation. Big story here, Pius Enam Hachide, aide to Dr. Brian Champon, has downplayed the impact of the new Global Info Analytics poll that places former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia well ahead in the race to lead the new Patriotic Party into the 2028 general elections. Global Info Analytics released its latest poll on Thursday, 21st August, showing Dr. Bawumia with a commanding 52% support among MPP delegates. Kennedy Japan followed with 17%, while Dr. Brian Champon secured 3%, placing third. The poll was conducted between August 12th and 20th, surveying 2,656 MPP delegates nationwide. Speaking to the poll on an interview on City Eyewitness News on Friday, August 22, he questioned the credibility of some political polls, suggesting that they can serve as psychological operations sponsored by opponents to shape up public perception. And it goes on and on and on.
I've always wondered why, when polls don't go in favor,
they discredit it.
They discredit it and make allegations that the other party,
the same person
to do
whose poll is being sort of accepted, right, by other persons within the same party. In the past, called him lotto forecasters and stuff, right? It's politics, where you sort to discredit your opponent to your advantage, and we are seeing a lot of this play out. It's rather unfortunate, but hey, it's the game.
I want to bring us that story that we brought last week when a mother bent her son over losing his pen
really tragic
in story. Yes. So there's an update on that. She's been bonded. A bit of that story in the Mirror newspaper reads, an 11-year-old boy who was burnt on his belly, back, and other parts of his body by his mother for losing a pen at school moved many to tears during her last appearance before the whole circuit court on Tuesday, August 19. The boy, his name withheld for obvious reasons, rushed to the court premises and sat by the door praying for forgiveness for his mother. Earlier at the Ho Central Police Station, he pleaded with investigators to release his 25-year-old mother, expressing that he had forgiven her and longed to have her back home. At court, the boy lifted his T-shirt to show this reporter how the wounds on his body were healing rapidly. During the proceedings, the presiding judge instructed a court clerk to display a graphic photograph of the burns on the boy to those in the public gallery, which brought many to tears. The defense lawyer, Eric Aka, implored the court to temper justice with mercy. He explained that the boy was the eldest of 3 siblings, all neglected by their father, and they needed their mother to provide care and support. The prosecution also supported the defense's plea for leniency, noting that the accused acted in frustration and extreme agony due to the father's abandonment and failure even to visit the boy during his treatment. Meanwhile, the accused broke down uncontrollably in the dock, prompting the judge to remind her that the court was not a funeral house. The court convicted the accused and ordered her to sign a bond to be of good behavior for 6 months. Should she default, she faces a 3-year jail term with hard labor. Outside the courtroom, the boy celebrated upon hearing that his mother would return home after signing the bond.
So the boy was even still looking out for the mother.
Yeah, I mean, wow. He's still his mother's son. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Frustrations. Well, still not an excuse to lock him up and burn him with an iron, but it is what it is. I hope that after she signs that bond, when she's frustrated, she will go and lock herself in a room and take some deep breaths and control her frustration and not take those frustrations out on her children. Otherwise, she faces 3 years in jail. I don't think she'd want that.
I'll bring you a story on the colleges of education set to become autonomous. You know, the Minister for Education made that known. But if you go to page 10 of the Daily Graphic, there's an interesting editorial on the reality zone, as they call it, of fake titles and quack professionals. And if you are wondering why somebody would decide to write on this, very, very prominent in the news also has been that activity or a series of activities by GTech, you know, to, as they call it, sanitize the system. And the latest name in all of this is the Deputy Health Minister, whom GTech has claimed she's not a professor as she claims. You know, and it's at this rate, GTech will start visiting, some places. You know.
I think what church has told their people not to use
Assemblies of God
has
Reverend Wingam.
Yes.
Superintendent, general superintendent, and I think the Methodist Church Ghana.
They've also done
Reverend Asamwajedu, you know, called on all priests to stop using on-end titles. But I know, very briefly here, colleges of education set to become autonomous. Revised legislation soon before cabinet. Very brief excerpt of the story read: the government will position public colleges of education as autonomous university colleges. Their new status will become effective when a revised legislation yet to be presented to cabinet is transmitted to parliament for passage. The Minister for Education, Haina Idris, who announced this in Accra yesterday, explained that the new status would enable the colleges to develop undergraduate programs in other areas aside from their core mandate of education training. The minister made this known when he swore in the governing councils of 10 public colleges of education. The colleges include Akachi College of Education, Dambai College of Education, St. Francis College of Education, and Fosu College of Education. Others are Lady of Apostles, Ola College of Education, Holy Child College of Education, and the Kibi College of Education. The rest are the Presbyterian Women's College, the Seventh-day Adventist College of Education, the Asokore Kufuoridua, and St. Louis College of Education. It goes on to talk about the absorption of new colleges, the feeding status, book and research allowance, and government's plan to just, you know, improve education in its entirety. And that story can be found on the front page and page 5 of the Daily Graphic Weekend Special.
Okay, there's a story here. Take pride in learning Ga customs. They aren't fetish. And that story is in The Spectator. in the Ashanti region, Yabaka say, Mawasante Semu Hiao. And so the Naiwulomo is calling on the youth to take pride in learning and upholding Ga customs and traditions, stressing that it is their identity. And so that story can be found in The Spectator if you want to go through that. I wanted to do the assault case at Ridge Hospital.
Please do.
And the nurse suing Ralph Williams for 7 million Ghana cedis. A nurse at Ridge Hospital, Rejoice Chuchu Bote, it's on Channel 1 News Online. .com. She has filed a 7 million Ghana cedi lawsuit against activist Ralph St. Williams, popularly known as Ralph the Fellow Ghanaian, following a violent altercation at the hospital's emergency department. The incident, which was captured in a viral video, involved clashes between some relatives of a patient and medical staff, raising serious concerns about the safety of health workers on duty. According to a writ of summons cited by Channel 1 News on Friday, August 22, Bote alleges that Williams physically assaulted her and made defamatory statements after the chaos on Sunday, August 17. Filed at the High Court in Accra on August 20, 2025, the lawsuit seeks 5 million Ghana cedis for battery and 2 million Ghana cedis for defamation. Her legal team claims Williams attacked her during the hospital incident, leaving her with a dislocated shoulder and an injured hand, which have affected her ability to perform her duties. Bote also alleges that Williams publicly insulted her, calling her a liar and accusing her of faking the injuries to cover up problems at the hospital. He reportedly said, and his quote is here, the nurse maintains that these remarks have harmed her reputation and subjected her to public ridicule. Through her lawyer, Charles Dalali Blagoji, Bote is also requesting the court to 1. A public apology and retraction of the defamatory statements in the same medium and with equal prominence. 2. A perpetual injunction preventing Williams from making further defamatory remarks. 3. A 50-meter restraining order against Williams. 4. Legal costs and any other reliefs deemed appropriate by the court. Williams has 8 days from being served to respond or risk a default judgment. Meanwhile, the health minister has, given a 1-week ultimatum to the committee, which has been constituted to investigate the assaults on health workers.
And I'll quickly add that this topic will be further delved into later today on the Big Issue at 9 a.m. with Selom Adonu and the panel, the Greater Accra Regional, Greater Accra Registered Nurses and Midwives Chairman will be on the show. Dr. Dexon Adomako-Kisi, former Member of Parliament for Anyasu, who's a medical doctor, will be on the platform as well. And Tony Goodman. Did you listen to him on, was it Thursday or Wednesday?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he said that, Charlie, the minister was going somewhere. And the guy too was going somewhere. And they met.
And they greeted.
Yeah, they greeted. So it wasn't premeditated. So people should calm down, People say, you can't tell me the story. No, you can't.
I think it's high time even our hospitals take
their
security seriously.
Yeah.
Most of the times when you go to the hospital, it's old men or people with disabilities who are stationed as security men at the entrance of the hospitals, because I think we assume that nothing of this sort can happen.
Yeah.
But now that we know...
I thought it was irresponsible, right?
Yeah.
On the part of the young man to have done what he did. For me, I go back to the videos and I'm struggling to understand why he would, in very good sense, without any ill motive, do such a thing. And again, if you consider the kind of pressure our health workers have to go through, they constantly put themselves in harm's way. Right, and I have a couple of doctor friends. Many of them, when I was in school, my roommates were all, medical students.
No, they want to be.
Yeah,
And I know I'm paying math.
That's a different conversation for another day. And I talk to them often.
Yeah.
And you get the growing frustration, right? And those who decided to still practice is mostly out of love of country, So to suggest in any way that of course, there are bad nuts, right? There are some who their actions can be better, right? But to suggest in any way that all the nurses on duty at that time, you know, could not be bothered because of a finger injury, you know.
I understand that, so they triage cases like that come into the emergency. So there's yellow, there's green, and I think red. So red is like, you know, it's very serious.
Yeah, if you go back and see the video, people were in wheelchairs being attended to. So to think that an injured finger should bring the whole hospital to a standstill for each reason, you assault a nurse, you know, cause, I say a lot of the time we even mix up assault and battery.
And battery, yeah.
You know, battery is when, of course, there's a physical contact. You know, usually in a violent way. It doesn't necessarily have to be violent, but usually in a violent way. Then assault, it's just creating a state of fear. So you can't even do like, you know, there is a shami body. That, you know, depending on who is being, as you know, on the receiving end, can describe it as assault. But clearly from the video we've seen, you know, people are saying, oh, the woman to the way she wore it in some way. We've not seen the full thing, so we can't comment fully on it.
Have you seen the CCTV footage from the hospital?
I've seen that one, but even that one, I don't even believe that it's the full length of everything that happened. But based on videos the young man himself put out, what we've seen from the hospital, it is clearly responsible, and it has no place in any modern healthcare delivery center, and we need to condemn it as. And I get the frustration from the health workers, because this is somebody who's come to a hospital to assault health workers, and the next thing we see, the minister is out there in a very NC. You know, people say, oh, should the minister have ignored him? Yes, the minister should have ignored him.
Is that what you think?
I absolutely think so. So what was the briefing the minister had before he went there? You know, so you can't tell me that, oh, he just met him there. I don't think if the chronology of events is the truth as we know it. You know, so people say, oh, the minister shouldn't have, the minister couldn't have ignored him. But he was too comfortable with the minister for what he had done.
So it's the comfortability that we're...
And you get the sense that the frustration with the Ghana Medical Association was also in part due to the way the minister sort of, you know, cozied up to him. You know, so I think the NC, the ministry they should spare us. But we know people at the ministry.
Yeah.
We know the people who were circulating the video, and they didn't realize it until the backlash came, and they realized that this was a mishap. So they should spare us this whole. The minister didn't know he got there and the guy came there. No, I don't. That's an insult to our intelligence, even to begin with. So the minister has done the right thing in the aftermath. He's condemning the act, saying that investigations will be had. I'm not sure with all of this committee that is being set up. A committee is being set up to do what? Report the thing to the police. Right, and I expected the hospital led by their CEO, his name just came me, by a very fine young gentleman, doctor. I expected them to report it to the police and let the police investigate. What committee is being formed again? The health minister has been to reach about 3 or 4 times since he took over. You know, and he says that, oh, they went to form a committee to look at some of the issues in the.
We always form committees for everything.
See, I've gone on a tour with the minister to this same facility before.
I remember.
What was said to him then that he needed to hear again in the aftermath of this incident. So I think that, the ministry should, respectfully spare some of the things they are telling us. And, let us see that people can't walk into a hospital. It's you go on the hospital, people in the ward, you are videoing them, you breach their privacy, you are assaulting nurses. We made certain people feel relevant, in the aftermath of the election, and now we are having to deal with these issues.
For not embarking on their planned strike, that would have been another worrying incident.
What makes you think that this is it's a sensible thing to do? Hold a camera, go around in the hospital, video people for what? For what?
It's also a breach of other people's privacy, by the way.
And you have a minister who gets there or is being briefed. Quickly he moves there, and he moves there and he says that he didn't know the guy was.
It's quick to move to.
I don't even.
But anyway, we don't know what his motives are.
The health ministry now has been a difficult. A deputy too. They say
we'll see how it pans out in
the professorship. No, some way. Health minister too. But in saying that, I also think that the conduct of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, particularly the general secretary. Yeah, I think he could have been more measured in some of the commentary and utterances around this.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I think it wasn't befitting of his status as a general secretary of a union, to speak about your sector minister like that. Yeah. We are all frustrated about this. We all think that
it was wrong.
It was wrong on all fronts, but you don't use certain words on your sector minister. And I hope, in good conscience, after reflecting on some of the things he said,
he'll come again.
He'll come out and retract and apologize to the minister.
Well, I'm sure in the coming weeks, we'll see how this pans out, this particular story. Very interested in that, this particular story, and how...
Yeah, so big issue, we'll delve into the matter today.
Of course, definitely. They should also delve into the maternal mortality in the Ashanti region. I don't understand why they have Tony Goodman on the show. Anyway, so we'll be right back. When we come back, we bring you one of our most favorite segments on the show, What's Happening? Don't go away.
Yo, Green, you no go job. You look unhappy and seem to be in pain.
I have this long-standing boil at my anus and it keeps coming and going. I feel sick and so uncomfortable, bro.
Have you taken into consideration going to the hospital?
I've been to several hospitals and they keep telling me the same thing. They said it's anal fistula. I have to undergo a surgery. I'm scared I might not be able to hold my stool if I do this surgery.
Wait, have you considered seeing a proctologist?
Which one is that? Well, do we have proctologists in Ghana here?
Bro, we have a lot of them. They are being trained every time.
Where can I...
An anal fistula is an abnormal tract which connects the inner parts of the anus to the skin around the anus. As long as this tract persists, there will be a recurring boil around the anus. A proctologist is the one credited with excellent outcomes of surgery of anal fistula. Laser and ligature anal fistula surgeries are the modern methods with very low recurrence rates.
Visit Mwintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center today or call us. Mwintuba Hospital, First Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
You've seen nothing yet. This Big Brother Naija Season 10. It's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, and 10 times the game. This is certified. No zero, no minus. Big Brother Naija Season 10. Showing 24/7 on DSTV and on GoTV. Gold sponsor, Guinness.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness. Ministering live, Perez Music, alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabby Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship. Media partner City FM and Channel 1 TV.
Remember who we are seeing now? At risk of prostate enlargement. We a member or her. 20 ebitimi nya prostate cancer, 5 bitimi afamu na dia obefamu.
Actually, this is not my fault.
And to wada, entina midi manichi Executive Prostate Center.
Executive Prostate Center is a unique medical center where we harmonize in-depth traditional medicine with cutting-edge science and technology to cure, to treat, and to prevent diseases like prostate enlargement, prostate cancer.
Executive Prostate Center. Madame home. Facilities no any professional medical care.
Sisi a bibia clear wo system no. Ye nro ne so de natural. Into we koso afama ye.
Executive Prostate Center. My cured.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Work is always effective with Nasco Home Appliances. Classic home appliance for the fisher folks. And Nijepa, I want Nasco feel. Nasco, bring home happiness.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. Myself, Jude Duncan. Just gone by, we had a news review segment where we brought to you the big stories from all of the week up until this morning. But it's now time to tell you the big events happening in and around you and those yet to happen. I'm referring to the What's Happening segment. Basically, we bring you all of those exciting events around you. We'll be telling you more about it pretty shortly on the show, but it's not possible to start a segment like this without highlighting the biggest Made in Ghana fair, scheduled to take place on the 6th and 7th of September this year at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. Is it still a children's park? No, at this rate, it's just a park.
No, it's just a park. Is it even a park?
It's a big land.
It's a big space.
Yeah, big land.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all. Looking for a.
There are no toys. There are no
the
swings,
children.
slides.
The children playground things over there. If you go and jump on it, you get tetanus.
So it's no longer a children's park. If we're Sutherland.
Hey, I'm a Ghana. You know, like, why, Charlie? You know, but yeah, you know, you are from Kumasi. Let me just ask you, the Ratri, is it Ratri?
Ratri Park.
How, is it still in proper shape?
Oh yes, it is in proper shape. So
like the thing is still going around. The water.
Which one thing is going on? The water did there. I haven't seen it work in a while.
Charlie.
But what I know still exists are the slides, the what do they call it? The jungle gym that kids can play on. Now there's a space that has been apportioned to a private person who does food, and you can go sit there and eat. But the fountain that used to play music.
But I thought it was even like some roller coaster, or that one was.
No. Hey, roller coaster. I don't know if it was the plans, but no.
We always laugh about this, right? But we have an atrocious maintenance culture in this country.
It is crazy. Even the Ratri Park, it wasn't fully functional when they opened it. So essentially, I think there was supposed to be something, you buy a card and then, you know, like when you go to train stations, you just print and then the thing will open for you to enter. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh. So somebody will come and stand there and then, you know, you have to, Charlie.
And they pockets the
money.
That's
it's a beautiful space. Beautiful space, remember, prime location.
You know, I mean, I'm not even that
I don't know if, I think we should give it to a private people to run. There's even a children's, it's not even a park anymore in Kumasi. Kumasi Children's Park, that also doesn't exist. But I remember when I was in primary school, we used to go there. There used to be a library in the middle there.
Their crowds was even like still a little functional, right? I wonder which animals there.
Which?
Accra Zoo.
Okay, Kumasi Zoo, we still have a fear.
The hyena.
She's a chimpanzee.
If you see the hyena at the zoo, you think it's called peace. Peace. You know peace.
The hyena is called Peace.
If you see the hyena, you think it's called peace.
Why is it?
Do you know peace?
Onka doesn't bite. You won't fear. But yeah, so if for Sutherland case, let's not call it a children's park. At least me and you won't call it a children's park.
That's what was built for. That's the purpose. As to whether it is now,
I think they should give it to a private developer if we can't sustain it as a government. But anyway, so the This Is Ghana exhibition is happening there, and we're showcasing made in Ghana quality goods. So local SME startups, homegrown businesses, innovations, indigenous corporate bodies. So I mean, whatever you can think of, clothes, food, nkuto, cars, beads, jewelry, everything you can think of will be there at the Airport Sutherland Park. Yeah, you know, we normally do it at the AMA, forecourt, but this year we're doing it at the Airport Sutherland Park. That means more space to, you know, do the things that we, the Channel One, you know, we're known for. The entertainment, the kebabs, how do you say, the kanibi, and so all of those things will be there. But if you haven't paid, I mean, people have called, they've registered, and they think that, oh, all the time is there, we'll come and pay later. The slots are almost finishing up. Absolutely. Yeah, so you may have registered and, you know, put your slots aside and said that you'll come back to it. But let me tell you now that since you didn't pay, we're selling to other people who are ready to pay. So you come and pay. If you've forgotten the number, it's 0205 973 973. You may have registered but haven't paid, waiting for another time. Come and pay. Come and pay. 0205 973 973 is the number to call. Our amazing sponsors.
We have in there MTN, we have Side Hustle, EcoBank is in there, the Ghana Enterprises Agencies, GEA, and also the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, GEPA, the Ghana Exim Bank, and we are supported by Twillium, and of course, Built. You know, shout outs to them. I think, you know, if you are watching this and you are in a position to sponsor and support, I think you should jump on.
Yeah.
Just because of the reasons behind, you know, this really important fair. And we've had businesses who've been able to scale up, you know, improve because of the platform this gave them, not only for sales, but also networking opportunities, and the fact that they are able to, you know, meet some important people who you might never know, but maybe investors, to your business.
2 years ago, I was doing CNR from there, and as I was speaking to one of the vendors, she shows the next or a few vendors away was someone who sells fabric. And then she was passing by, so she saw the clothes. She's like, oh, I sell fabrics. Like, oh, I sold that. Like that. And then just like that, you know, they built a rapport, exchange numbers. Business was struck. So, yeah, this is the place to be. 10 a.m., it's free entry. Just come in. Just make sure that you have money in your pocket or on your phone. And come and buy. And as usual, you know, we always have something to choose, something to drink, some dancing. Someone asked me, but you people, when you say we are come to dance, you people dance more than that. And I said, so you don't know. You don't know. There's no city staff who hear music who go and dance, because we like to party.
Absolutely.
So come and join us to party. It'll be fun. It will be fun. We can promise you that. Yeah. Come and see what Ghanaian indigenous companies are doing for themselves, and export-ready material. I can promise you that you will not be disappointed. This is Ghana exhibition.
Amazing.
6th and 7th September. Have you mentioned the date?
Yeah. That's about 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, 6th and 7th September.
Because we have a week in August.
Actually, a week or 2 weeks.
We have a week in August. We have another the first week.
The first week in September.
Yeah.
So come and pay 0205 973 973. Alrighty. Jude.
Yes. So moving on.
What's our next?
Moving on from the fair, the Made in Ghana or This is Ghana fair, we have a stage play.
Do we?
You have a stage play, and it goes by the title Death and the King's Horseman. And this is happening on the 23rd, 24th, 30th, and 31st of August at the National Theatre. In fact, on the front page of the Daily Graphic, I want to believe, I'll cross-check again, but I think I saw, so on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we saw this particular stage play, and we are proud to be media partners, City FM and Channel 1 TV, and this is by April Communications Limited. And if you know April Communications, I'm referring to Nashoko. She's the brain behind this. And Death and the King's Horseman. Yeah.
It's a play by Wale Soyinka, and if you read any of Wale Soyinka's
so it was
books,
written by Wale Soyinka, right?
Yeah.
And the stage play was directed by George Quay.
Is being directed by George Quay, yeah.
So they've started showing already, right? So right from 23rd was Tuesday.
23rd is today.
Hey,
hello, where are you? Today is 23rd.
23rd is today. Okay.
Today is 23rd, so 23, 24, 30, 31.
So it's starting today?
Yes, it's starting today. 23, 24, 30, 31. 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. So, yeah.
Looks interesting.
It is, it is interesting. I don't know if you've read the book. It's very, very interesting. Wale Soyinka is an amazing writer. I'm reading one of his books now, The Chronicles from the Men, from the Land of the Happiest Place. A very interesting book. So Death and the King's Horseman. There's a video. Let's watch it so we can whet your appetites and you can, go watch it.
From the stables of April Communications, the National Theatre and Image Bureau comes the pinnacle of African theatre.
A dance with death, a conversation with the ancestors, a mirror held up to power, pride, and purpose.
Wale Soyinka's timeless classic, Death and the King's Horseman. Live at the National Theatre, Saturday 23rd, Sunday 24th, Saturday 30th, and Sunday 31st August at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day.
Come, witness the conflict, feel the rhythm.
Walk the edge between life and the afterlife this August.
Tickets selling now for only 200 cedis standard and 300 cedis VIP at www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*46#. Don't miss this epic tale of destiny and courage. Supported by Niplant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, and our media partners, sponsors Stanbic Bank, the luckiest, Bill Savings and Loans, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
So that was an interesting, snippet or a sneak peek into this interesting stage play by George Quay. And want to know, it's 200 cedis standard and 300 cedis VIP.
Yeah.
You can go to www.imagebureaugh.com to purchase a ticket. I want to be there.
Oh, you should be.
I want to be there.
It's a very interesting story.
It looks interesting to begin with, and I want to be there. So we'll see how it goes. So shout outs to Nashoko, Nashoko and George Quay for putting together this amazing event.
Yes.
Moving on from this, do you know Bukum?
Banku.
Oh, Charlie. I was going to ask you, what readily comes to mind when you hear Bukum?
Banku.
But Bukum is
or boxing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bukum is the heart of Ghana boxing. Yeah, it's the heart of Ghana boxing. And it really excites me to see that they've come up with a boxing, series of boxing bouts, and they call it the Best of Bukum. It's happening today, the 23rd of August, at the Bukum Boxing Arena. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
So the junction, the Kolebu junction, the right takes you to Kolebu, Kolegono area. Then, of course, the left takes you to, what's it called? Accra, Gamashi proper. Then you see the Bukum Boxing Arena just opposite like that. And if you go further ahead, that's like the Choco area, you know, that's proper. So the best of Bukom happening 23rd August at the Bukom Boxing Arena, and this is proudly brought to us by Bishop Boxing Promotions. It's been a long time we've had a world champion, and I'm really hoping that these opportunities will go a long way to unearth the next generation of boxing champions for the country. Because we want we need BBI or boxing, and of course I hope that also all the protocols, international standard protocols, you know, for the boxing games activated. We all know the unfortunate story the last time, you know, something of the scale.
I just saw the Nigerian name and I was like, yeah.
Oh, there's a Nigerian in there.
Yeah, the first person, Chingozie Igbonaba.
Yeah. So I didn't even see that, but the point I'm really making is that I really hope that the organizers, which I trust them to do a good job, and I'm just saying that I hope that all of the international boxing protocols and standards, you know, are adhered to, you know, because you don't want a repeat of
what happened
the last time. Yeah. But let's go have fun. You know, you should watch a boxing game in Bukom.
Really?
I
can imagine the gun with that fly around.
Any punch that goes, you hear something here.
Saw me.
Hey, I beg you. I wasn't here. I wasn't part. I wasn't. In fact, I've not even heard you.
I've actually never watched a live boxing match.
Oh, you should see it. When they throw one punch, you hear the whole crowd. Hey, hey. Or if the punch lands, lands on the target.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a scene to behold. You know, and during the All Africa Games, you know,
there were boxing events.
They did a remix. The Bukom people, they did a remix
of some anthem.
Yeah, or the South African anthem. You know, they did their own remix of the South African anthem. Charlie.
I'm sure the South African boxer was shocked. Like, oh, you people know our anthem.
I'm telling you, they did it. Or South Africa or Zambia or Zimbabwe. You know, one of these countries, some of these Southern African countries, I think a couple of them have the same rhythm in the anthem.
Yeah, in the anthem.
So they were playing the thing, Africa. you know, Charlie, they sang the thing for there. They say, Kelewele, ta. I was like, Charlie, how can Kelewele, some way, but they sing the thing, and they were so serious. Yeah. So like people were confused, like, is it that they've changed my national anthem and I don't know?
It's my national anthem.
Oh no, Charlie. Shout outs to the Bukom guys.
I need to watch a live match, a live boxing match. Shout outs to the Bukom guys. Be interesting.
Yeah, so the best of Bukom happening today at the Bukom Boxing Arena. And
you can get tickets, is it bbptickets.com, egotickets.com?
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be tickets at the gates.
Pay-per-view. Yeah. And you think so? There'll be tickets at the gate?
I think there'll be tickets at the gate.
Okay, and you can call the number on the screen for more.
Yeah. And moving on from sporting related events this weekend, let me take you back to the Barcamp Takra Day. Again, these guys have been doing amazing. Shout outs to Ato Olzenapia, who is the convener of Barcamp, together with his amazing team, that have supported him. This is the Ghana Think team. And again, it's happening at the Shippers Council Conference Hall in Takra Day. Today, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So by the time the show ends, they would have started. And the theme for this year's Barcamp Takra Day is Impact, Innovation, and Quality. Amazing. So shout outs to the team again for putting this event together. Free networking event, really. Come meet people, come and meet mentors, come and learn about an area you have a passion of venturing into, whether coding, whether it's technology, whether it's digital marketing, or anything of interest to you. Yeah.
All right. There's the Tardy Rave.
Yeah, and there's the final one, I believe, right?
Yes, there's a final one. There's a Tardy Rave, and it's a beach party, and it's happening today, and it's starting at 10 a.m. at the Vienna City Beach. Why? Takrady, the weather, no, the cold weather that we are
Ghana
feeling.
winter, no, it's not there.
It's not there, so they're not feeling the Ghana winter, but they're close to the beach, so I'm sure, I mean, a little bit, because they're starting at 10 a.m. So your mother calls you. So you can get your tickets, star 713, star 33, star 852 hash, or call that number, or you can scan the barcode on the screen right now. And yeah, so at least we told you about a beach party. We've told you about, you know,
the stage play that's happening.
Yes.
There's also a boxing activity happening. And of course, there's this rave, which is like an open party, right? A beach party happening later today.
And then something intellectual, if you're looking for something.
So, and you know, the funny thing is that the Ghana thing
is
happening in Takrady at 9 a.m. at the Shippers Council. This will be later in the day. So you can finish Ghana think back camp Takrady and
go and chill small by the beach.
And on that note,
we've set you up.
Yeah, so that's what time allows for the What's Happening segment right here on Breakfast Day weekend. We'll take a quick break. When we're back, there's a lot more for you. Don't go away.
Me pay so dear be chame. Sister me dad dear be chibia na me am shishimi. Akuna ida. Me many te o sa me de me saka me se. Me ida so te. Sika, se dia so da mu. Hwe, juju so wo mu. Bag de ho dia. Me ba bi free.
So what hwe bag na ma. Wo na me hwe.
Wow.
Sasa me nya kwanfo biem. Na na mo sori o.
Hey!
You look amazing. Have you discovered a new secret to stay healthy these days?
Actually, I have. It's called SOS Advance. It is a health supplement manufactured in the UK with 11 essential oils like frankincense, black seed, oregano, and neems, all powered by nanotechnology.
Wow, that's impressive. What does it do?
SOS Advance supports your immune system against invading pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, and toxins. It also provides antioxidant effects to help combat free radicals and reduce oxidative stress on your body.
Wow, I really need this. Like, I've been feeling off lately, but I can't pinpoint exactly what the problem is.
Oh, easy. I think you should get it. You can find it at every pharmacy nearby.
There's a pharmacy here! Let's go! Thank you. I beg his wound's pain.
Pregnant and lactating mothers should contact their physicians. This advert is FDA approved.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness. Ministering live, Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabby Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship. Media partner City FM and Channel 1 TV.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana? Eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. The This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. This is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining made in Ghana across every sector. The dates: Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through till 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. For inquiries or participation details, call us on 0205 973 973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Ghana Exim Bank, and is supported by Twillium Industrial Company Limited and Build Financial Technologies.
We take it on a diplomatic turn this week on the Upside Down Show. Frema Edunyame and Nanatufo Boate sit with the Israeli ambassador to Ghana, Sierra Leone and Liberia, His Excellency Roy Gillard, who shares with us some insights into his life, including settling the Jollof War.
For the past 12 months, what have you been eating?
Jollof.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
And is Ghana getting a free visa to Israel soon? Here is his response.
There is here an issue that we are ironing with your government, and when this issue will be solved, we might have a policy of no visas. But I don't see it coming in the very near future.
The Century Band comes through with some sweet spiritual tunes to complement the night. So, join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt, only on Channel 1 TV for the Upside Down Show.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. Just gone by, we had the What's Happening segment where we brought you some of the big events, happening in an area or at a location very close to you. The stage play by Nash, of course, happening at the National Theatre. Of course, we started with This is Ghana. We have the Tardy Rave and other interesting activities all for you. Joining us in studio is a very regular on the show, and I'm referring to Selom the Dream Maker. You should be telling us more about why she's here, and of course, we have to for you the exciting conversation. Selom, no challenge. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, we're there inside.
Good.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about Bakam Takrade, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been are you a product?
I'm actually a team of the Bakam.
Oh, really?
I was supposed to be there today, but I couldn't join.
So you mean you and Ato Ozanapia?
Yes.
And what's this other guy's name? Is it Camille? No, you be major. Amazing.
Yes,
Wow.
Anyway, shout out to the team though.
So That's pleasantly surprised. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been to a bar camp before?
Oh, yeah.
I think Jude has. I haven't been yet.
Bar camp Accra. You have to be there.
We have to be there.
We'll be there.
I think they've been going around.
Yeah.
So when they finally come.
Accra is usually the last.
Yes. So that will be in December. Right. We'll definitely be there.
I have to force.
All right. So if you have any, questions for the segment that we're about to enter into, do send it to 0204-447-033, 0204-447-033. Alternatively, you can go on our social media handles with the hashtag Breakfast Daily Weekend on social media, and we'll ask Selim those questions for you. Today we're talking effective ways to design and organize your kitchen to avoid clutter. Effective ways to design, oh, this is lovely, and organize your kitchen to avoid clutter. And Selim is going to take us through that. First of all, these are modern kitchens. So we, those who don't have these type of kitchens.
I know.
Which type of kitchen?
These type of kitchens, the ones on the screen behind us. How do we, where do I even start? What's the first question I should ask? How do we put all of this together? Because it looks so nice, but not everybody has this type of kitchen.
You can't do momone fresh fish. You can't do momone in this kitchen. You to jade the whole place. You can't do momone. You can't do kaku. You can't do
Why can't you? If you're talking about pounding fufu,
a chimney coin. Can't do something. You can't do plates there.
You can.
Are you sure?
Yes, you can.
But to the smell.
The smell, then whatever you do,
you smell it.
Exactly. The smell. I mean, I believe there's very little you can do about that.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what goes into the creation of like a modern kitchen.
A modern kitchen. I mean, looking at the fact that today we want to delve around the issue of clutter, right, and organizing the kitchen, right. Most of the time, when you are designing, when you are trying to produce a kitchen, put in place a kitchen for your home, I think it stems from two things you want to really prioritize: the design and the planning. Let me put it that way: the plan or the design, and then habits, right? All these things you are seeing here, oh, nice, they are nice and nice. Yes, the design goes into it. A lot goes into the planning and design. However, afterwards, you need some types of habits to be able to maintain it to look this good. Yes, you need a little bit of some discipline, right? This design in the sense that you want to ask yourself, if I need my kitchen to look this organized, to look this beautiful and, I mean, clutter-free, what are some of the things I need to put in place, right? Which also, I think last week we started the discussion on kitchens, and which also stems from how you cook at home. What are some of the things you are going to be bringing into your kitchen, right? You want to ask yourself some of these questions. What type of cook am I? Am I a family person? Am I a loner cooker? Am I a professional chef, kind of? Because all these people make use of different things, have actually different cooking habits, right? Do you get it? So you want to ask yourself all these questions. What type of things do I have in my kitchen? I mean, even with regards to storage is one thing you want to prioritize very well, right? Because you don't want to end up finishing and then the entire countertop is actually filled with either spices, plates, appliances. Do you get it? These days, a contemporary kitchen, you need to make provision for all these things. Do you get it? I mean, back in the days, we used to have storerooms and places for some of these things. Now, a contemporary kitchen, yes, you can still have a storeroom or a pantry. However, in some instances, I believe you can make good use of the kitchen cabinets such that there will be no need for a pantry. There will be no need for an entire room to use for a pantry. Hence, planning goes into it. You want to ask yourself, what type of utensils do I have? You want to stick to what we call the work triangle in the kitchen. The work triangle, so you actually prioritize the cooking zones, the storage zones, and then the cleaning zone. Where do I cook? Where do I prep? Where do I store my stuff?
I've been to some modern homes, right? in some of these very affluent, communities around, and you get the sense that aside the spaces where they use as their kitchen, they have another makeshift of a sort, right?
Yeah.
Where the heavy lifting, in quote, of cooking is done. So clearly you can't you can't pound palm nuts there.
In that kitchen that you went to now, they don't pound that
they do
There's
it.
a processor.
No, but people's preference.
There's a processor.
Yeah, but they like the one that they pound.
Oh no.
So if you live on a penthouse, if you live in the 10th floor of that apartment,
you can't pound it.
Yeah.
They use a food processor.
Yes.
They use a food processor. Did you even see a woman when you went to the picture?
I've been to high-rise apartments where they do the abenkwa. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not even trying to.
One day you'll be pounding and the whole building.
All the way. Charlie,
no, but I mean, from what you're saying is actually true. These days, I mean, looking at our ways of cooking as Ghanaians or Africans, a lot goes into it.
Right.
Exactly. Most of the foods we prepare are quite messy. Do you get it? So these days, from experience, what I notice is most homes make provision for 2 separate kitchens. Yes, one purposely for, let me say, decor and display, and then the other one for all the messy stuff he's talking about, pounding fufu and kobe.
See, even recently, I went to a naming ceremony of a friend his brother, and and as part of their tradition, you need to slaughter a lamb, a sheep. All of that was done in the house with the. I'm not even joking. And they put the meat on fire. We grill the thing. We chop the thing. So the point is that you can't be doing all of that in a kitchen like this, right? So we say best practices, finding some backyard somewhere where you can do again the heavy lifting of cooking.
Yeah. So if you have the money, you go that route. Like I said, you might want to provide 2 separate kitchens or make it big enough to accommodate some of these things, or design it well enough to suit your kind of lifestyle, your kind of cooking habits. What are the types of foods you usually cook? Is it mostly about toasting and frying eggs and tea and those kind of exotic meals? Or you are very traditional, Banku is in there, Kokonte is in there, TZ is going in there.
My point is that if you can't have Banku in a kitchen like this,
you don't feel comfortable.
The taste will be so.
So, talking about organization, so what kind of tips should we be looking at? Now I see people buying like baskets, people have spice racks, people have, are they doing too much?
Not necessarily. I mean, again, back from what I was saying earlier, in a kitchen like this, you want to really prioritize storage. Storage is actually key if you want to avoid clutter. If you want your kitchen to look as neat as you are finding in there, either you plan it such that you integrate all these storage options. A place, everything must have its place. A place for cutlery, a place for glasses, a place for plates, a place for, everything. Now, most of the time, I think this is very common. Appliances on the countertop, if you want to keep your countertop very free like that, that is one thing you should really look at. Because
there are shelves that you can pull down, and then they'll have the appliances, or they're behind a cupboard or something.
That's what we call an appliance garage. So place that, because usually when you are planning all these things, you don't think about all those small blender, kettle, toaster. Until you start using the place, and then you realize they're just piling up on the counter, So probably you might want to leave those ones that are essential. Yes, the ones you use probably every day. If it's a kettle for you, this is an appliance garage. If it's a kettle for you, maybe that is what essential. You can leave it there and then make provision for those items later back in the cabinets. Spices, that's another common, if you don't take care. So back again, you want to develop habits that will help you maintain it, because it is not easy. Money goes into it, and then you need habit and the discipline. So baskets are some of the ways you can use to organize these things if you don't have some of these contemporary features in your cabinets, in your kitchen. Make good use of baskets because you want to organize all these small containers. Do you get it? And then tag them somewhere. Even if it's on the counter, at least it looks more organized in a basket than all over. Exactly.
So aside the baskets, what are your go-to storage, containers or storage tips?
For storage containers, again, when it comes to spices, cereals, and all those things, I think it's usually best to use transparent jars, transparent containers. I mean, it could be glass, it could be plastic or whatever, but usually try and avoid, again, if you want to have that minimalistic look, that organized look, try and avoid all the groceries you are buying. Everything has a label, a packaging on it. Those things make the place look a little bit cluttered. So if possible, transfer them into empty jars, transparent jars. Glass is known to make the place look very minimal. That's one thing about glass. Glass is very sleek and minimal. So transfer them into empty glass, transparent containers. And if possible, just if you think some of the spices are going to confuse you, just add a simple label, salt, sugar, blah, 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 just to help with easy identification. So again, for storage, transparency, it helps really. So if you take a look at some of the pictures right on the screen, right, glass is quite consistent. Glass and then baskets. These two, I think I would really
Would you say there are some items that are very common in the traditional kitchen setup that in the decluttering process you need to take away from your modern kitchen or hide in a cabinet somewhere? I'll give you an example. Maybe a gas cylinder. 10, 15 years ago, a very common to see a lot of people cook with a cylinder in the same space. And now I think people are trying to change that. Will you say, for example, certain things, in the kitchen should be hidden and not be necessarily exposed?
But again, I think for me, I would go with the appliances issue. That's one thing. If possible, try as much as possible to either find a place for them.
In a cabinet somewhere.
In a cabinet somewhere. Probably leave just those ones that you use on a daily basis. How often do you use your air fryer? How often do you use a toaster? How often do you use your fufu machine? So why do you want to, unless probably you're living there for a purpose, for display purposes. If not, a cylinder, as you just mentioned, I think at least gladly that habit is going away gradually. Back then, it used to be very common. Yes, the cylinder inside the kitchen. Now, almost everybody is finding a way to hide it or even take it outside the kitchen. Do you get it?
But all of this is a money problem, right? It's expensive to maintain a kitchen like this.
I wouldn't say it's expensive. Well, it will cost you something. Yes, if you have the money to plan all these contemporary features, that's fine. However, I think another aspect is the habits. There are so many cheaper options. Baskets, how much do baskets cost? How much do transparent jars and containers cost? Do you get it? It's more of habits. Once you want habit and consistency. If you're ready for it, just make sure, you find a way to integrate a schedule for yourself. Something you can often do. You don't want to start something you can't finish. You don't want to start something just because someone is constantly every day organizing and cleaning their kitchen, you should also go the same route. If weekly works for you, stick to that. So every week, let me just put away all the things I don't need. Reorganize. Saturday morning, I use my Saturday morning to do that, and then back in. Someone prefers to do this on a daily basis, and it works for them. Do you get it? And it works for them. So glasses, again, back to glasses. In a way, sometimes it depends on how you display or store them. Might be good to display them, or sometimes just tuck them away. People like to use glass display cabinets, glass cabinets for the purposes of display. However, the only con I might want to say is about that kind of thing is if you are not well organized or you haven't been able to develop that habit yet, it might not go in your favor. Glass cabinets means that everything in there should be constantly looking neat. Do you get it? So if you are very messy, just stick to closed doors. Just stick to, I mean, how do you call it? Closed cabinets. This type of cabinets means you have to always make sure it is looking proper.
So in your organization skills, everything must have a place.
Everything must have a place.
And you must develop a habit.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yes. It starts with the planning. If you're able to do this right from the beginning, so you don't wait till the cabinets and the kitchen is fully made before you start thinking of how I'm going to store these things.
So then at the very start, when you think of building a house,
yes,
you need to figure out what will go into each room, especially the kitchen.
Exactly. That is how you get it right. And honestly, I won't lie to you. You don't want to wait till cabinets are already made, completed, and installed before you start thinking about some of these things. Look at your habits. What are some of the things I have in my home, or I'm thinking of buying? I mean, am I a family person, or I live alone? I mean, you want to think about all these things so that the professional, you can come if you don't have one, would integrate it into the storage, because the cabinets are purely for storage. Cabinets, yes. Yeah. It's purely for storage. So if you don't use them well, you don't want to have a situation where you finish building a new cabinet, kitchen cabinet, and it's dysfunctional. You can't keep things in it. You can't do this. You can't, I mean, then what was the purpose? You wasted money.
Amazing.
Interesting.
I was going to ask you about my very common aesthetics functionality, but I think you've dealt with it. So,
really? Yeah. No, tell us.
I think that based on all that you've said to us today, to plan a kitchen is more functionality than aesthetics. You know? So that'll stay with me for this conversation. I'm sure people are wondering, where can we find Selim the Dream Maker? Are you available to help in, changing already existing kitchens for people?
Yes. So, I mean, these days, I mean, it looks like, from experience, the kitchen is usually when anybody is thinking of renovating, remodeling their home, most of the time the kitchen is the first place they think of. Because they realize that, what they built for me or what I bought is not working at all, or it's too small. Yes, so renovating it or remodeling it to suit your current lifestyle. Just, I mean, why not? It's something we do. Or if you want to build it from scratch as well, yes, start as fast as possible. Involve the professionals, so you don't want to make costly mistakes later on. Just call me, come to our office and at Drengano, or just call us on 020-888-2722, or just search me on Instagram, Ascento Projects or Selim Dream Maker.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Selim Dream Maker.
I'll make your dream come true.
No, it's for there. Oh, Charlie. No, Selim say, I'll make your dream come true.
I'll make your dream come true.
I know my dream.
He's a dream maker.
What is your dream? Tell me.
So, thank you. I'll tell you off air.
Tell us.
So I wanted to ask quickly, though, how often should we reassess our kitchen space? I mean, you talked about we should start from the very beginning, but let's say I've already done it and I've changed it, or I think of changing it. How often should we, reassess our kitchen space and all the little nitty-gritty bits?
With this, I wouldn't want to put timelines on it, but then what I can say is, as often as your lifestyle is changing, do you get it? 1 minute you were single, you were alone. The next moment, you now have a baby, or someone else is living with you. Another moment, you're married. Do you get it? The moment your lifestyle or your living habits is changing, you might want to assess some of these things to see, do they still fit my current lifestyle? Do they still fit? Are they still fit for purpose? Because if I'm single and I'm building, I mean, if you didn't think into the future, then you might want to do this frequently. Yes, unless you want to remain single forever.
That's why. Money.
So you think about it, assesses, and then you start planning or saving towards it. Yes, don't wait. I don't think you should wait till you have money. In there, you will never have money.
That's very true. Budget properly. Form habits.
Thank you.
Proper habits
yes.
to maintain the kitchen that you dream
staying
of.
organized is not an easy
It's not easy.
Yes.
It's not easy in my room right now. Yesterday, I was looking for something to wear for the show. Oh, the room looks like
search and search.
Yeah. Yeah. Clutter-free space.
Yes.
That's our top priority.
It makes working in the kitchen very pleasant, very easy. You don't want to start searching, looking for pepper. Where did I put the pepper? Yes.
I always say for makeup artists, they're always looking for a brush. And I know they'll come for me.
They'll come for
you. Thank you so much, Selam. That was amazing. So, you know, if you want a clutter-free space or how to organize your kitchen properly, said it starts from you. So you need to form the habit. All right, we'll be right back after this break. Don't go away.
Feeling super fine. Let's go, don't got no time, yeah. Turn it up, I'ma strut my stuff. You see me walking on the block, can't get enough. Like, nobody can touch me. They wanna be like me, but I got no time to get up, get up, get up. Now let's go. We gotta move on up. We gotta move on up. We gotta move on up. We gotta.
Play me for.
It's go time. We gotta move on up. We gotta move on up. Call me. We gotta move on up. We gotta move on up. Now let's go.
Beautiful.
Get up.
Wow.
Get up, let's go.
Decent cross, wasn't going for it. Out towards goal. That's a superb finish.
When it's go time to supercharge your hustle, make it go time for GoTV.
Get up, now let's go.
Love it.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start.
Another day.
It's always smiles knowing we are together.
Ooh, what a feeling. We not go, you there for family. If you not be you, then who go there? Let's go.
Work is always effective with Nasco Home Appliances. No wahala if the sun is up. We there for your appetite. Never a dull moment to go for something chilled. Classic home appliance for the fisher folks. Good vibes only while you wait. The feeling hits very deep. Enijepa ewo Nasco fie. Nasco, bring home happiness.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV with me, Enu Safo. Now, normally we'd be doing sports, but today we're doing This is Ghana, and we have one of the exhibitors here with us on the show. You do remember that This is Ghana is on the 6th and the 8th of September, a few weeks away, 2025. And this time around, we're not doing it at the AMA forecourt, we're doing it at the Ifwa Sutherland Park. And come and see indigenous Ghanaian brands, you know, showcasing their export-ready material, clothing, all kinds of things, cars, anything that you can think of, food, etc., will be all showcased at the This is Ghana Fair. And we have one of the exhibitors here, as I said, Elom Derek Amwakon. He is the creative lead for Pim Pum. And he's here with me in studio to discuss This is Ghana and why he decided to exhibit. I know this is not your first time.
No, it's
because
not.
I think I've seen you at the fair before.
Yeah, this will be our third time.
Third time?
Yeah.
Tell me why you keep coming back.
As a brand, one of the things you can't trivialize is visibility.
Right.
No matter how well positioned you are, even in the physical location of a shop, you want to come to such fairs to make direct contact with your customers, both existing and prospective ones, as well as touch base with other entrepreneurs, maybe collaborative strategies between brands. So that is why we make it a point to be at This is Ghana Fair. And it's a very great platform to actually exhibit what we are about, because Ghanaian products are quite marginalized when it comes to comparative value in terms of international brands and then made in Ghana brands. So Channel One has actually given us a very great opportunity and a platform to make known our products and services to the general public.
Oh, nice. So this will be a third fair.
Yes.
And tell me, have you met other people there at the fair where you've collaborated with?
Yes,
Oh.
we have.
Okay.
We have. Other exhibitors there happen to be colleagues or friends I know in the industry. And when I mean industry, I don't mean the fashion industry, I mean the entrepreneurial industry.
Right.
So we have Caveman Watches, we have Mark Banzi, we have JJ Professional. These are people I knew before the fair, and at the fair we've been able to touch base. Gideon Shoes and I have actually had a photo shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a very, it's a very good way of cross-selling
Right.
to the customers.
Right.
Yeah, that way we build deeper network with both brands, yeah.
Let's talk about your brand, Pimpum.
Yeah.
Why Pimpum?
Pimpum just translated as tailored in Dakan dialect, yeah, Pimpum. And it was birthed out of the need of ready-to-wear clothes that were made with good precision and quality. There is this prejudice about ready-to-wear, quote unquote, either the fabric quality, either the craftsmanship, either the finishing. So when I realized there was this gap that people wanted good clothes without having to dealing with the tailor stress, I felt this is a good opportunity to actually launch a brand that serves that need for men. That's how come Pimpum was birthed. Just men at the moment. Just men at the moment.
That's unfortunate.
Well, for now, over the years, we've been able to draft a very good pattern that fits different body morphs.
Okay.
So from the medium to the extra, extra large, we've been able to carve out a particular measurement scheme that fits these different body morphs. So most people walk into the shop, get a cloth off the rack, and it fits them like a glove. And they're surprised. They're like, is it made to me? I was like, no, this is really something that was just made over the years of experience. We've been able to realize the different body morphs of the Ghanaian men, and then be able to create a certain measurement scheme that actually fits this.
I love what I'm seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
Did you, is that what you studied?
No.
You didn't study?
No, no. You know, the Ghanaian parents would always say that I want my son to be some
doctor, engineer,
accountant.
lawyer,
Yes.
Those kind of things.
So I pursued my first degree in accounting at the University of Professional Studies.
Right.
Well, back then it was Institute of Professional Studies. But from childhood, I've always had this flair and passion to sketch and create. It's always been a thing for me. So right after uni, during my national service day, I used to do t-shirt printings. And over the years, it actually evolved into what we are now witnessing as Pimpum.
But I'm sure your accounting degree is still helping you in
Very helpful, very helpful. Because in the entrepreneurial journey, you have to keep evolving to be able to stay relevant. Even aside the accounting, you have to come into the knowledge of the scope of the current market trends, fashion trends, even human resource or human capital is a very vast field to speak of. So it's a journey of continually challenging yourself, learning and evolving. Yeah.
So this year's This is Ghana Fair, as an exhibitor, what are you expecting from this fair this year?
Always fun with Channel One, you know. It's not just any other fair where you come in, it's just exhibition. You have a live band session, you have the presenters coming around to engage you, you have visibility in real time. When I mean visibility in real time, it's being shown on TV, so people actually can see you and interact with you whilst you are on the fairgrounds, sort of. And one of the advantages is that even after the exhibition, Channel One keeps playing the videos. So there are times where 3 weeks, a month after the exhibition, people call and be like, I see you on TV. I was like, see me on TV. Yeah. What's going on? And it's like, the exhibition was like, wow, this is really great.
Yeah.
So it's not just the fair. Even after the fair, you are still given the platform to project your brand, even when you are not really there in person. So it's a very great opportunity for other producers, other exhibitors to actually jump on this platform and come and be a part of this fair. Yeah.
Jude has been eyeing this kaftan and
I just would have to get my trouser measurement and I'm sure I'll be fine. But it's a perfect piece of art. I was going to ask you around, I've seen that beyond going commercial and selling to make money, obviously, which is why every business is in place. You also have a very authentic African feel.
Yeah.
So you blend a lot of a Dinkra symbol, in your piece, your clothes, which hold deeper significant meanings for a lot of us. Is there a particular reason why you incorporate these symbols in the outfits you make?
Yeah. So for me, one thing I say is that origin depicts originality. If you know where you're coming from, then you can actually project the identity that you want people to recognize you by or for. Dinkra symbols are not just symbols. I believe that the experiences that our forefathers had, that they didn't have the gift of literacy to be able to write. So they drew these symbols to encapsulate their experiences. And I say it's spiritual, because if somebody actually beckons on the word Jinyame, it is a very deep, it's a very deep sense of relation to a supreme being. Because it's not just about the idea of wearing clothes. It's an embodiment of what the person believes. I have here the hourglass, which it looks like, but it's called Emredane. It speaks of the transition from our humble beginnings to where we are now. So it's not just about clothes. If you wear any outfit on the streets of New York or Las Vegas, if you have an identity, it's a conversation starter.
Yeah, because I mean, and not to even catch you, because I've tried to read around some of these things for some time, and I also got to learn that all of those Aztec designs we've seen in prints from the Western world, all of those also conveyed some other meanings, in the design patterns. So for me, it's great that even as like a local business, you're still thinking, on the global scene, trying to communicate values we hold on dearly here in the work you do. So that's amazing. Let me put you on the spot. What's your favorite Dinkra symbol?
It would be Funtum Funefu Denchem Funefu.
Hey, relax. Take it one by one for us again.
Funtum Funefu Denchem Funefu.
What does this
It
say
is the
to?
conjoined crocodile. So it's a symbol of unity. We have to come to that realization that we might have different focal points in our goals, but at the end of the day, it's about putting Ghana on the map, on the international map. So if I may be doing, say, shoes, or I am doing clothes, someone is doing shoes, someone is into other things, if we can actually come together, just as the fair gives us that platform, to project Ghana, to project Africa to the world, that we are different in our ways of thinking. But the whole idea is that we want to put Africa or Ghana out as a symbol of historic recognition, that the diasporans who actually want to trace their roots back
here
can find a simple connection. It doesn't always have to be artifacts. It can be clothes. It can be other elements that...
So being expressive of where we're coming from through the clothes we wear.
Yes. So the slogan for PayPal is creating our heritage through style.
It's interesting because, I'm really inspired by this, right? Because a lot of the time, you don't get the sense that people sew and, it's just for the fashion from a lot of people that we've seen, in the past. But this is a brand that beyond the fact that they want to make you look good in what you wear, they also express very deeply held belief systems we have here. And we've always said that, see, if you look at our culture, beyond it being a way of life, or it's our way of life, right? And in our way of life, it's also the way we express ourselves through what we wear. So this is
amazing.
Absolutely fantastic.
Talking about your clothing brand and everything, someone says I should ask you about the cost.
The cost.
Because we know that people have this mindset like Ghanaian-made brands or Ghanaian-made goods are expensive. So how expensive are you?
Very affordable, expensive, if I can put it that way. What I mean by that is value connotes, content connotes value, in the sense that whatever goes into the manufacturing of the product is what suggests the cost of it. We don't believe in the high margins. We want it to be accessible. It should be affordable for everybody to be able to patronize. By everybody, I mean people who place premium value on what they wear. Not everyone actually has that sort of attention to detail. Other people will just go with anything and everything. But if you want something that gives you that confidence boost, you step into meetings and you have that edge of,
some aura.
Exactly. You know,
aura,
you look good. There is a certain aura it comes with.
Yeah.
You're just confident to step into rooms. So the price range, if I can put it out there, with as little as 500 cedis, you can get something from Pim Pam.
Oh, that's
yes,
beautiful.
all the way to around 1,300, 1,500. But that depends on the construct and what goes into the making of the outfit.
Wow. Let's come back to the outfit itself, because I'm still wild. So if I get you correctly in all of your conversation, there's something for every occasion.
Yes. Yes. So we have from long sleeve shirts with Edinkra symbols. We have the casuals like I'm wearing for the folks who are not really into shoes. We have this sort of pieces for those who want to wear them to weddings and all that. So we have a range of, we even have jeans actually, tailored.
Oh, really?
Yes, we have tailored jeans. We have leather bags we are working on. There are a lot of things that we want to put out there under the umbrella of the brand. But for now, we've started with a few pieces and then gradually we build them up. One of the ideas that I really want to do is to come up with a pocket square that actually tells a story. It would be very nice to have a pocket square that has a Konfanochi actually conjuring the golden stool. And you can still wear a suit, but just that pocket square actually keeps you in touch with your heritage.
That's true.
So fashion accessories that are very easy to go with, and then they are very functional.
Pim Pam.
Pim Pam.
Pim Pam.
Yes.
That's lovely.
This is amazing. I mean, honestly, I've been blown away, not only by the style, but the stories behind what we see, and I think this is amazing.
Thank you.
You know, how difficult? Maybe let's put you on the spot a little to also ask around. How difficult is it to run a business of this nature in this country?
The general issue will be funding. The general issue will be funding, because again, a lot of these things that we do, if you want to really stand out, you have to have that exclusive touch, and the exclusive touch doesn't come easy. If we want to look at the creative aspect, human capital is a very important aspect, and working with tailors with the years of craftsmanship doesn't come cheap. Talk about the other machineries that are able to give us that finesse as other international brands is also one thing. And the other bit is the visibility. You can have a great product, have all the in-house stuff done, but if you don't have visibility, it's not going anywhere.
Is there a role government can play? So, for example, i.e. Ministry of Trade and Industry, you know, I hear people say the infiltration of substandard materials, for example, is hurting the local industry. Is there a particular call you have to government, stakeholders, particularly the Ministry of Trade, in terms of supporting this industry?
So I believe they have what it takes to support us. However, most entrepreneurs are not looking beyond their basic making a living standard. That is where the problem is. Because if you look at the structures that most international brands have, they have like long-term goals, and they have data records that actually back their vision drive. So if you go to these institutions and you have this information, they have, I'm sure they have packages and they have offers that would actually help us put the brand out there. But one thing is that if you go to any trade business or trade hub, do you have the capacity to supply if they give you the platform? Because if you are going to step onto an international market and contact any retailer abroad, or I mean,
so it's a local capacity problem.
It's a local capacity problem, I believe. I believe the government have the aids that are available to help us, but it all comes down to the capacity,
and the fact that a lot of these businesses don't even think outside what their immediate surroundings look like. They don't even think that they can scale up to a point where they become not even necessarily global, but a sub-regional, brand.
True.
But so how do we fix that problem?
It's exposure, largely exposure. your ability to look beyond a certain point is only calibrated when you've come into contact with somebody who has been able to break the threshold. If we look at our fellow Nigerians, you look at the kind of fashion designers that are out there and the kind of audacious projects they do. You come to Ghana and there may be some people who are actually doing that, but it's not out there.
So it's not a skill or a gift problem. It's just
we have the
how to. So the skill is there.
The skill is there.
The gift is there.
It is there.
So it's just you utilizing what else you have within the space to scale up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I've not looked at it like that before.
Is there a future where Pim Pum would add females?
Yes.
Into the
yes, there is.
Now, why don't
Because
you
I'm
do
jealous.
cover and slit? I would have loved to get something for so cover and slits for my old girl. You know what I'm talking about.
Not even cover and slit, because I love the Dinkra symbols, and I'm a bit jealous that I can't buy a top from
No, but
Pim
to be
Pum
fair,
with
some of the clothes really look unisex.
It does. I mean, on the day of our opening, a lady came in and wore that particular outfit.
Yeah.
And it was.
So why
lit.
don't you create a market for them?
There is the market for ladies, but it's not yet readily available in store. If the lady works in store and actually wants something done, we can do that. But you see, the thing with women, as she would bear witness, is the size range. You can have someone be a size 10, two people be a size 10, and the fit will be different for them.
But for men, likes Kokonte too much.
But for men, a medium is a medium, a large is a large. So somehow we will build off the expertise and the experiences that we go through along the way to create a unique pattern.
So you have packages, right? So if someone walks in and say, I need 10 clothes for groomsmen,
we do.
You could do for them.
We do. Yes,
amazing.
We do.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see you at the This Is Ghana fair. It will be very interesting to see you at the This Is Ghana exhibition.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to tell us about, call people to come to your stand at the This Is Ghana exhibition?
So, I mean, as always, those who have been to the stand would always say that we have discount sales at the fair. Usually we kind of find a way to give back to our customers who have been with us over the years and prospective customers who are looking to join the Pin Pam family. So they should expect good deals, discount sales at the fair. Also, we have some freebie on the side that will be given to people who actually find our booth. And on the other side, I just want to thank Channel 1 TV. It's freebie. No, you come there, the freebie. You have to go inside so that when you get there,
When
you get there, you will see that.
He says everything now. Oh, he says.
You see, yeah. So I mean, that would be. But even before the fair, we are located inside East Legon, behind the former Lizzie Sports Complex, now the Despite Automobile Museum. We are about 100 meters from there, which is not far from the ANC Mall. They can give us a call on 020-501-6100, and they can also WhatsApp the same number for enquiries ahead of the fair.
And you're on social media?
On social media, on Instagram, we are PinPam, PINPAM_RTW. Yeah, we are most effective on Instagram at the moment.
I've been so impressed by this. I think that we need to support businesses like this because, I can only imagine the scale it could get to, and all of these global fashion brands you follow, they started like this. Some of them even have this kind of, exposure to start with. So, solid job.
Thank you.
We are proudly behind you.
Thank you.
Come to the fair and come and buy.
Sure.
It's very important.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Ellen, thank you so much
Thanks
for
having
coming.
me.
So that's PinPam for you. If you haven't paid, come and pay your registration. You've registered, but you haven't paid. This is the time. 0205 973 973 is the number to call. And the fair is happening on the 6th and the 7th of September at the Ifwa Sutherland Park. I don't want to add the children. There's nothing there for the children anymore. Shout out to our amazing sponsors. And yes, so Channel 1 TV City 97.3. This is Ghana exhibition happening on the 6th and 7th. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. And on that note, that's all time will allow us for today's edition of Breakfast Daily Weekend, ending on a very special note, bringing you exclusive conversations ahead of the This is Ghana Fair. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be back same time
tomorrow,
Absolutely.
bright and early, 7 a.m. Don't forget to join us for Sunday breakfast.
Bye-bye.